the starting team at the expense of Thomas Tigrod, who's relegated to the bench. And the former Celtic and Scotland captain Roy Aitken has the task of holding this young St Mirren defence together. A real Scottish Cup specialist. He cost £150,000 from Newcastle in August. The Hearts are without virus victim Gary Mackay, so George Wright comes into the midfield. The only change in the team which has suffered those two shock consecutive defeats against Aberdeen and Airdrie. And these were certainly difficult matches for Henry Smith, who lost 6 goals in these 2 games after 16 shutouts in the season to that point. It had taken him 12 matches for him to lose his previous 6 goals for Hearts. And the referee, very experienced FIFA official, a World Cup man in Italy in 1990, George Smith from Edinburgh. It's an expectant home crowd as the match starts. St Mirren coming into this game on the back of a very good 3-1 victory over Dundee United at Tannadice last week, after a 5-1 mauling the week before against St Johnstone. At the same time, Hearts were losing those 2 league matches against Aberdeen at home and Airdrie at Broomfield. So there's some anxiety felt among the travelling fans from the east, and that all suggests that these opening exchanges will be crucial. So the free kick will be taken by Roy Aitken for St Mirren. It's picked up easily by Miller, and a very clumsy challenge by Manley on Baird gives Hearts the free kick. So Ian Baird none the worse. Hearts have pushed George Wright into that wide right midfield position, normally occupied by Gary Mackay. So that's the only alteration in the starting lineup. There's also some indication, though, of an altered role perhaps for Scott Crabb. Normally Hearts play with 3 right up front: Crabb, Baird and Robertson. Torferson doing well. McIntyre trying to cash in, coming in from the right. McIntyre again, putting McLaren under pressure. Here's Tosh McKinley. Got away there by McGowan. Good challenge by Levine. Ferguson using George Wright. Robertson going across. Crabb is in the middle with Baird. The Hearts would like nothing better than a confidence boosting start, and that wasn't far away from Baird. Baird just about a foot away from that cross as it came in. Good challenge made by McLaren, settling down to his task of coping with Gudmundur Torfason. It's a cross from McPherson to McKinley. Robertson's calling for the ball through the middle. And followed all the way across here by Manley. This is Baird. Miller was onside. Stepping away from McIntyre. And the headed chance there goes very close for George Wright. Well, what a difference that might have made to the game as John Miller flies this across. His Mirren defence is caught out badly, and George Wright's header had plenty of power but no direction. McIntyre nodding it on for Torfason. A very neat turn there by Torfason. Caught by McLaren, who clearly believes that Torfason made a lot of that. Good skill this though from Torfason. Look at the way he turns away. He was certainly caught by McLaren, no question about that being a foul. Joe Jordan looks on impassively. Well, an ambitious effort that by Charnley. Well, you could see that he was trying to deceive Henry Smith in the Hearts goal. He is very effective from these set pieces. And everyone was expecting this to be a cross, and Charnley tried to bend it in the far post. The ball stolen from McGowan by Crabb. Oh, it's all very ugly in there. McDowell has lost his head for a moment again. Ian Baird was the victim of that very clumsy challenge. And referee Smith has some hard work to do. He's going to have to sort this out. Baird being escorted away. The referee, I'm sure, will have to use the wisdom of Sullivan here to work this out. So Ian Baird has been selected for some treatment from the referee, and I wonder if he also will take action against the St Mirren player. If Kenny McDowell is not called in, he'll be a very lucky player indeed. But Baird is being booked for his part in that incident. So the referee taking a long time over this. Some anxiety about the colour of card to be shown. A yellow card for Baird. Well, we'll see this again. There was Baird, brought down from the back initially by Manley. There was no free kick given for that. Then McDowell came in. Baird was involved as McDowell was on the ground. And there's a very bad challenge by Baird. And a reaction from McDowell. And the referee sorted that out correctly, I think. Aiken sending it forward. So the pace of the game has suddenly increased. Well, Kenny McDowell certainly appeared to react very angrily, but it was clearer there to see why he did so in view of the treatment he received from Baird. And that's what the referee was most concerned about, the instigator of the trouble. Away by McGowan. Here's Torferson. The intentions there not read by McIntyre. This is Robertson. Crab. Now McKinley. Robertson. Tackled firmly by Aiken. Down goes McKinley. The result for the free kick. No, the referee says it's a throw. Looked as though Aiken had brought down McKinley. That's good play by Josh McKinley. Now Crab. A great cross. Well won inside the 6-yard box by Broddle. That would save the day for St Mirren. Campbell Money's goal was certainly exposed there until Broddle stepped in. Here's Levine. Now Baird. Cross goes Aiken to meet him. Two very decisive tackles there by Roy Aiken. Hearts trying to step up the pace and build up pressure on the St Mirren defence. But Julian Broddle once again has made a vital defensive contribution for St Mirren. Once again, McKinley finding it difficult to see a Hearts player in any kind of space. Here's Levine. Now Miller. A very late tackle there by McDowell. Well, that was undoubtedly reckless. Kenny McDowell will be in trouble. And he has no complaint at all. Well, he's been involved in a number of physical contests in the first half so far, McDowell. And the referee, I think, is explaining that it's by no means his first involvement. John Miller was a victim of that very heavy tackle. And it was Charnley who blocked it. Had to stand up to that bravely with a lot of power. There's McKinley. The offside flag is up against Baird, I think, in the middle. Robert Wiley, the linesman. That'll be a throw to St Mirren off the head of McKinley. So we're in the closing minute of a very tensely fought first half. Certainly a very effective time to open the scoring for either side. John Miller lofting it forward. There's Baird holding off Beattie. Ferguson did well in the end, caught late by Charnley. Well, some of the tackling in the middle of the field now is becoming just a little bit reckless. Well, the problem really was started when Derek Ferguson appeared to stand on the ball early in that incident. That's what threw things right out of gear. There he was, and trying to get possession, losing his footing, standing on it there. Then tried to retrieve it. Miller and McDowell clashed. The ball came free again. Ferguson tried that pass before the tackle from Charlie. So the end of a hectic first half. It's been very difficult for the creative players to flourish. It's been tense, keenly fought, with Hearts holding sway territorially. But George Smith from Edinburgh, the referee, has had to be very alert and diligent in that first half to keep things under control. It's very tense indeed at half-time. St Mirren 0, Hearts 0. It must have been very difficult for the respective manager at half-time to consider tactical alterations to change the pattern of play their way. There's Torferson finding space just at the corner of the 6-yard box. The first time he's managed that away from McLaren since the start of the match. So perhaps a lapse in concentration there by the young Hearts defender. Well, there's John Miller sweeping the ball out. McLaren has returned to action. And Jim Beattie with the pass back. Well, in that first half, Hearts certainly had more possession and threatened more often, but found the St Mirren defence extremely well organised and very diligent indeed with their marking. There's Charnley, one of the players who could open up the Hearts defence. Down goes Elliott, tackled by Levine. So the free kick gives St Mirren another opportunity in this second half to test Henry Smith, who remains effectively unchallenged throughout the match so far. So Charnley will take this. Capable of bending the ball in with a lot of power. Back to the edge of the area, here's Broddle. The shot was blocked by Miller, an offside decision has been given against Chick Charnley. Robert Welly involved early on. Runs in from Grangemouth. Here's Derek Ferguson. Levine to Baird. Running into Aiken. Well, loves to do this, Aiken. He has McDowell free on the right. This is a chance for St Mirren. Kenny McDowell looking up for support in the middle, and McLaren made a very good interception before the ball could reach Torferson. Now with Charnley. Well, trying to get a delicate ball through the Hearts defence, but Roy Aiken, an inspirational figure again in St Mirren colours. Winner of 5 Scottish Cup Winners' medals in his career. Celtic. The change is now being made. Off goes Kenny McDowell. Coming on is Paul Lambert, who played in that cup winning team of 1987, captain of the Scotland under-21 side. Manley thumping it forward. There's Henry Smith. Well, that alteration made by Davy Hay gives a new dimension to the St Mirren midfield and also eliminates the possibility of McDowell being ordered off, which must have been a very real one in view of his booking in the first half and lecture in the second. Good play by McGowan. There's Charnley. A much better second half performance this from St Mirren. Here's Paul Lambert. Playing out through the gap for McIntyre. Torferson waits in the middle. And Broddle was just a shade too remote as the ball was played in. Well, what fine play this was. Paul Lambert's throw was important, then a great ball in by McIntyre. Lambert with a corner kick. First time chance for McIntyre. That's good goalkeeping. Well, Henry Smith so often this season has been a saviour for Hearts. And after the amount of inactivity he's suffered throughout the match, this was a good save on the line from a snapshot from McIntyre. That's brought Joe Jordan to his feet. Some activity on the bench. It looks as though Ian Ferguson is going to come on. There's Baird making for the byline. Just too high for Miller. Baird was caught late by Beattie. He's still on the ground, trying to get off the field so that he can't be called offside. So Baird now limps back onto the field. He's available now if John Robertson can send over a good cross. Baird underneath it. Taken away by Broddle. Here's Charnley reacting to a call from Campbell Money. Well, Charnley becoming much more involved in the play. Torferson to Lambert. Now Charnley. All right, wouldn't be denied there, getting in front of Broddle. Ferguson to Miller. Asking a lot of McKinley. Baird screening the ball from McGowan. And McGowan is penalised for the challenge from behind. And now Hearts will make a change. Well, the Hearts supporters are not happy because the player going off is John Robertson. Never a popular move that with the Hearts supporters, withdrawing international striker. He certainly has had a very quiet match this afternoon. He's always capable of scoring a vital goal. The replacement is Ian Ferguson, the £100,000 signing from Raith Rovers earlier in the season. He certainly has made an impact, frequently coming on as sub. Ferguson. McPherson towards Baird. John Miller appear to be guilty of handball, yes. Free kick's been given, ending that little spell of pressure from Hearts. There's McKinley's clearance. Beattie's header goes beyond McLaren. Levine lays it back. Supports Ferguson. Body pass from Beattie. Elliott gives chase. And McLaren is taken out of the play late. Well, McLaren complaining, and referee Smith contents himself with a what a warning while play continues for Davy Elliott. Baird again. So two big men in the Hearts attack, Baird and Ferguson. Back with Miller. Cabs lay off. There's Ferguson. Grab again, collects. Back with Levine. Ian Ferguson going wide. George Wright gives him some support. Ferguson, I think, looking for a corner kick here. Oh, he's done better than that. That's good play. And now he has the corner off Roy Aiken. Appeals for handball against Aiken, but the ball clearly was driven against him by Ferguson. Helped on by McPherson. That was headed away by Manley. And it's off the crossbar from Ian Ferguson. That's the closest yet. Well, St Mirren there suddenly under siege. The corner kick was just touched on there by Dave McPherson. Good headed clearance by Manley, but when it came back in, Ferguson's header skimmed over the bar. Well, McLaren certainly played at the back without any frills. His job is to win possession and get the ball upfield. And there's going to be another alteration made by St Mirren. Taking off Davy Elliott, who really hasn't made much of an impression in the proceedings this afternoon. And it's the German player, Thomas Stickrot, from Bayer Uerdingen, who's coming on. And he also has a range of skills which could turn a game. Nice fine play again from Ian Ferguson. In comes Baird heavily on Money. Well, Campbell Money took that in the back of the head. He could be in trouble. Ian Baird also is in difficulties. Well, the physios come racing on. It was fine play again by Ian Ferguson. This is an excellent cross, a difficult one for Money, which he takes very well indeed. Then he's taken by Ian Baird. Looks as though he's been knocked out. The doctor has now come onto the field. Ian Baird has already been booked, so he's going to be ordered off for that challenge. Coming in so late, Ian Baird is ordered off for a second bookable offence. And goalkeeper Campbell Money is still flat out there. He hasn't recovered at all. The doctor is there attending him. And Ian Baird makes the lonely walk back to the dressing room. Well, he's been consoled by Alan Ray, the physio. Well, he's such a wholehearted player, sometimes just goes out with the bounds of fair challenges, and that's what the referee thought on that occasion. The Hearts are reduced to 10 men, but so too may St Mirren, because they've committed both substitutes already. The St Mirren supporter looking anxiously. Campbell Money getting very generous applause from the St Mirren fans as he's carried off the field. The man going into goal is Paul McIntyre. Well, that's a very sad sight. Signals the end of Campbell Money's involvement in this match. He looks on anxiously as Money is carried to the dressing room and I'm sure off to hospital. So it's 10 against 10 with Paul McIntyre in goal. Here's Chick Charnley with a long-range effort. A lot of power in his left foot. Yeah, he saw the chance here when the ball reached him to come striding forward. No one came to close him down. He saw the gap opening up. And there the shot hit with a lot of venom just wide of goal. Lambert, Torferson, trying to hold off McLaren. High ball for Stickrot to challenge Levine. Fine play by Lambert. Well, trying to prove a point to his manager, no doubt, about being left on the bench. Pushing it back by Levine on Stickrot. I wonder if Charnley may try to catch out Henry Smith again, one of those swerving left foot shots. That's the intention, and it wasn't far away. Henry Smith did well. That was driven at that near post. Bouncing just in front of goal. It was a very awkward one for the keeper. He did well to keep that out. Charnley's in swinger. There's Henry Smith, and a very good catch in the circumstances. No room for error there. Well, Charnley has come very close twice now for St Mirren. There's Lambert. The tackle came from Derek Ferguson. And John Miller is the player who will be in trouble, not Ferguson. Referee George Smith pulling over the Hearts player, and that's a booking for a little outburst of dissent. And another bad tackle, and there's trouble here. John Miller has just been booked. Tense moment there. The referee has decided that the free kick is enough. Well, what a let-off that is for John Miller. Well, referee George Smith has had to draw upon all his vast experience to keep this game under control. And Stickrot Stickrott's effort goes past the junction of the post and the crossbar. Well, it was good effort that by Stickrott from a narrow angle, but no real problem for Henry Smith. He is capable of scoring these amazing goals though, and that was a fine attempt. Stickrott. Oh, he's in trouble now, he's given it away. Crabb releases Ian Ferguson. Could he win the game now? Oh, what a chance late in the game. Indeed, the final whistle had gone just before Ferguson released the shot. That really would have been controversial had that gone in. But it's time up here at Love Street. A thoroughly undistinguished football match. And the very sad sight of Campbell Money being carried off and Ian Bear being ordered off. The main talking point of a game which St Mirren certainly battled back in the second half. Paul McIntyre, the young replacement goalkeeper who had little to do in the last 20 minutes or so, patted in the back by Roy Aitken. Chick Charnley contributed hugely to St Mirren's better second half performance, but neither side deserved to win.